So I'm back out doing some more landscape photography. I've taken the easy option today and I've come up to Blea Tarn, get a nice view onto the water and then up towards Langdales, and there's all this cotton grass out at the moment, so just parked in there and then walked across the road. I've not made any videos this week because I fell over at the weekend and I did something to my ankle, and I managed to pop it back in at the weekend, but it's still not quite right. This is about as far as I want to walk today. I also got a wee little stopper, so what I'm going to do is I want to get a shot of these cotton grass plants, and I don't think a long exposure will work too well with them because there's a little bit of a breeze, so that'll need to be quite a quick shutter speed. So I'm going to get a shot of these with the Langdales in the background, and then as the light gets a bit darker we'll make our way down towards the water and find a more simple shot. So I've got this all set up now. There's a little track sort of that comes through all the cotton grass, and on the camera I've just got the polarizer and a 2-stop soft, and I've got this cotton grass, sort of got it framed like that, and then I've got it cutting off about here because I don't like this bright reflection. I don't mind that one, but that seems like a good place to stop it. I've had to stick the ISO a little bit higher than I'd like to, but I think it'll be okay. I wanted the faster shutter speed because all of this cotton grass is moving in the wind, so to freeze this you need that faster shutter speed, and I've got it at 1/100th of a second, so ISO 640 is a bit of a compromise, but it'll be okay. So we'll take that one, and then I might grab a couple more in this area. There's a few other yellow flowers. I don't know anything about flowers, but once we get that we'll go down that side and find a composition for using the little stopper. So we're down by the water's edge now, and I've got the camera all set up. Gonna have a bit of an experiment. If you watch the video where I explained what I look for when I'm scouting out landscape photography locations, I said that I don't like long exposures, and I still don't really. I got the 6-stop because a client wanted that look in one of their images, and I'm not too sure how useful it's going to be to me now, but I'm going to try and find out now, because like a normal exposure, well, not normal, like a fast shutter speed is going to freeze those waves, and then the longer you make it the more it's going to smooth it all out. And if you see sort of where it's coming around these rocks here, see where it's rippling around there, the long exposure will record that and it makes like a wave, and not my scene to be honest, but I've got it now, so maybe I can win myself over. So the plan for what I'm going to do is I've got the 5D at about 40mm here, and I've got a polarizer and a 2-stop soft ND grad. The grad is just for the sky, just to make them clouds stand out. So that's going to go onto the front of the holder, and then the ND filter will go into that bit. And the filters that I've got is there's a 2-stop that cuts out a little bit of the light, and then there's a 6-stop which cuts out loads. You can just about see the top of the mountains there. But the first thing I've done is I've put the cap over the back of the eyepiece so it doesn't let any light in. And what I'm going to do now is, one with just the polarizer and the ND grad, then one with a 2-stop, then one with a 6-stop, and then we can compare them all at the end. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible, but I'll try and explain it as we're going along. You just might be a bit further away. So for the photo without any of the ND filters, the shutter speed is at 1/8 of a second, and that should freeze a little bit the waves. But now we'll put in a 2-stop. We'll just slide that in. And that's just at over half a second, 0.6. So it's on a 2-second timer. And that's made quite a bit of a difference actually. And now we'll put the 6-stop in. Then we'll move it down another 4 stops. Now it's a 10-second shutter speed. I have a feeling I moved it slightly in between, but it'll be close enough for the comparison. Yeah, and that's completely blurred the water out. We'll do it another 1/3 of a stop, because that was slightly underexposed. I'm still getting used to it. I think there is an app that tells you the shutter speed that you need, but I don't like relying on apps. So you can see how it's all really smooth compared to how it really is. I guess it does look quite nice. It might come in handy for the grey days where you're really struggling to find a shot, and you can just make it look a bit more moody rather than horrible. But I think I'm going to find a different composition. I always come to this spot. I've got a picture of me and my mate. I think I'm stood on them rocks there, and Ed's stood on that big one, so I'll stick that on as well. But I will do a blog post as well, so you can see them better there. I'll link that down below, or go to adamkappa.co.uk. There isn't like a right way, it's just what you prefer really. It's just not really something I've considered doing before. I always found the long exposures were a bit of a compromise when like light levels are dropping, or if you're shooting like a waterfall or something and you're in a dark spot and all the water's moving through. I'm not too keen on the waterfall shots. I think they're pretty cheesy, but whatever you like. What can we do? The Langdales is the best part for me, so I want to get them in. I do like them big rocks, so we'll try and find a different composition up here. Now, I've had a bit of a play around and I've decided to go for a portrait shot instead, and I'm starting to enjoy it a bit now. I can see what people like about it, because you start paying attention to all the patterns that the water makes, and that makes a big difference in the photo. Can't say I do it all the time though, but this is what I've got here. It's got a bit darker, so I've had to go to a 30-second shutter speed now. But it looks a lot more moody. It looks darker on the camera. But it's definitely got potential for making less interesting days more interesting, because it's kind of grey here and that actually looks quite nice. So yeah, I'll keep working on it. But I'm going to end the video here and have a little bit of a wander around, see what else I can find. I'll put the photos that I got when we did the 3 pictures onto my blog, And yeah, I hope you like the video, and I'll see you next time.